Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. It's a good time to say, how was your day? How was your day? I hope we all had a good time. Welcome back. We've not had this for a while. So let me get well, I'm trying to connect with Pastor Bridget. It's taking a while. I hope we had a good day. My day was fine. Thank God it went well. At least we've seen yet another end of the day rather, sorry. So we've been having this series and we had a break because we had to attend to other matters. But thank God we are back. So thank you for joining this evening. Welcome to the Thriving Family Table Talk. I'm trying to connect with the guests, Pastor Bridget. It's not going live. I'm wondering why. But today's topic is a topic I like so much. I hope I'm able to connect with her. Recovery and bounce back after a significant happening. Recovery and bounce back after a significant happening. Still trying to connect with her. Let me see. This connectivity sometimes it can be wonderful. Yeah. Okay. I'm still struggling to connect her. But you can just say hello in the comment section. Say where you are joining in from. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Yeah. I think she's here now. She's trying to connect. Thank God at last. Hello. Just drop in the comment section where you are joining in from. Thank you for joining. Thank you. From Nigeria is evening. From every other part of the world, I know it might be late or earlier. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as the case may be. Hello, Pastor Bridget. How are you? Can you hear me? It's just rolling, rolling, rolling. Can you hear me? It's dark. I can't see your face, but I can see that you have joined. Okay, I can see you now. Oh, thank you for joining in. I can see you from London, UK. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Good evening, Pastor Bridget. I was trying to introduce our topic for today's Thriving Family Table Talk, that is recovery and bounce back after a significant happening. And I was also letting them know that we've not been on for a while, that we needed to attend to some other matters. So welcome. Today's topic, what is your definition of bounce back? For me, before I let you speak, is bounce back is having the courage to change your mind to make a better decision. It is the ability to quickly return back to your normal state, maybe perhaps after a major life setback or a bad experience. So, Pastor Bridget, over to you. What's your definition of bounce back? Can you hear me?
Hello.
The
Can
network.
you hear me?
What's the definition of? Yes, I can hear you. Your definition of
Hmm?
bounce back. The network. Wow. What's your
Hello.
definition? I can hear you. Just keep speaking. I'm sure we'll come through. Oh. You know, what are you bouncing back from? What might be the bad experience? It could be betrayal, as in deafening betrayal. It could be abrupt separation, maybe financial loss. It could be sickness. It could be failure.
Um,
Sometimes we can't truly um, avoid such setbacks. So that's why we chose the topic to talk about
no.
recovery and bounce back after a
No.
significant happening. Your network is wonky. Can you move a bit so that we can hear you clearly, Pastor
Okay.
Bridget?
I believe. I don't.
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you.
Oh, you can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What was the
I
question,
said,
please? I didn't
I
hear that.
said, okay, let me start all over again. I said, bounce back is having the courage to change your mind and make a better decision. It is also the ability to quickly return back to your normal state, maybe perhaps after a life setback or a bad experience. And I was trying to give the examples of setbacks, which could be like maybe betrayal, financial loss, abrupt separation, sickness, failure. So my question to you this night is, what is your definition of bounce back? What is your definition of bounce back?
Okay. My definition of bounce back is, before we go on protocol, let me say thank you for having me on the show, and
Oh,
thank you for our viewers. You are all welcome to today. Now, when we're talking about bounce back simply means ability to identify the
yeah.
needs of progress. If we are not able to identify, to
Mm-hmm.
take responsibilities from where we stop from, then there will not be bounce back.
No.
Bounce back simply means not apportioning blame to others,
Oh, yes.
accepting the responsibility that, oh, at this point, this and this happened, and accepting to move out of the hiding, accepting to move out of the trauma, because if there is no trauma facilitator, there will not be a bounce back. As in, if you yourself have not accepted we don't, if you are living in denial, there cannot
Yeah.
be a bounce back,
Yeah.
because you have to face the challenge and accept the situation at hand, even if it's as a result of a lost loved ones. We need
Yeah.
to accept that they have gone, they are not coming back again. Then we need to now start planning our schedule, how to
Yeah.
live, how to survive without the loved ones, so that at the end, we also will not be dead and be living. And at the same time, bounce back, focusing on moving
Yeah.
on, reestablishing a new identity. And at the same time, bounce back is recovery, every lost opportunity, every lost ground. And it is not a relapse. Maybe Egypt, somebody taking drugs. Even if the person is being taken to rehab, have done treatment, if the person is not willing to bounce back, it will still relapse.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot call that one a bounce back. Like somebody facing a divorce, and if the person is true to him or herself, he
Mm-hmm.
will be able to, like, okay, let me separate myself from this divorce. I need to move forward. I don't need to keep narrating over and over the incident that happens, try to justify the reason, but ability to accept that, okay, divorce has taken place. What is next? After that, I believe I'm able to put more light
Thank you.
into
Yes.
that.
What next? What next? She has spoken a lot. She said, what next? You have to pick up yourself. Don't live in denial. Don't live in shame. Don't live in that current state. It's you have to identify. You know, when we're doing science in schools, they say the first thing you identify the problem, then you now critically examine the solutions that are available for you. So it's you have to pick up courage, leave your current state and be willing to move. So self-acceptance, self-awareness, very, very key. Then you have to have the courage to stop crying. Like this proverb that says, you can't do anything with milk that is already spilled on the floor. You
Mm,
can imagine milk that has poured all over the floor. Even
mm,
if you gather, you can't use it because it's a mixture of every dirt or every debris from the floor. So it's not going to
mm,
be pure white anymore. So you cannot use milk that is put on the floor. So bounce back is one of life roles that we must entail, whether it's abrupt separation through death or estrangement, whether it's financial loss or investment gone bad, whatever it is. I know you might be feeling, okay, is it easier said than done? No, it's not. In life, there are hard things, right, my sister? There are hard things. So you choose your hard.
yes,
It's
right.
how you
Mm.
navigate the hard. So that brings me to the next question. Bouncing back is a hard trait to embrace. Is hard. In itself, it can be the hardest thing to do. So please let us know, what do you need to do to navigate the bounce back? Can you bypass it? Can you just sweep it under the carpet? Can you just let it slide? Can you adequately even plan that, okay, that there will never ever be bounce back? Can you avoid it? Just help me marry everything. Can you avoid bounce back? Can you avoid these hot situations? And if you cannot avoid it, what can you do so that you are not bypassing such situations?
Okay, as we have known, change
Mm.
is inevitable.
Yes,
And as human beings in life, there are times changes will occur suddenly
yes.
on unforeseen major. So therefore, there is no way we can boycott bounce back.
Mhm.
Because if we boycott bounce back, there will not be recovery.
Yes,
And the most basic thing needed or needs in bouncing back is resiliency. If you are
yeah.
not resilient enough, you will not be able to bounce back. And there are strategies to build resiliency. E.g., we have to develop a growth mindset.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have a growth mindset, one will be stuck in the valley of lamentation. One will
Wow.
be stuck in
Mm.
ignorance. So we have to develop a growth mindset
Yes.
irrespective of the situation. And the second one is practice self-care.
Mm.
We need to practice self-care, e.g., people going through the lost ones. Many will even not remember to even brush their teeth to bathe. Even some tradition will even make them not to bathe for a year, or they will be that's punishing themselves for things that they cannot control. And they will not even check their vitals organ, go for medical checkup. They will not go for spa. They will think, oh, if I go for spa, I'm betraying. Oh no, we need to what? Practice self-care. We need to practice self-care spiritually, physically, emotionally to make sure that we are still fit. Then the next one is self-realistic goals.
Yeah.
Because if you want to bounce back, we must set realistic goals that we can achieve. Not maybe, maybe not, maybe, or I will. We don't need procrastination in bouncing back. When we are still procrastinating, that means we are not yet solidified in resiliency that we need a change. We need to set realistic goals. Then another one is we need to build a support network.
Yes.
a support network, that the people that have gone through it, that succeeded, the people that are still going through it, that we need to support ourselves with network that is functional. We have different networks, but the one that is pertaining to the aspect you need to bounce back in. The
Mhm.
next one is embrace change. As I've said before, change is inevitable. Nobody planned for, e.g., even giving birth to special needs kids. Nobody ever, during courtship, during marriage, you cannot say, oh, many people don't discuss what if we have special needs child. That is why when it now happened, it makes the family to be torn apart, and most times they don't ever come out of that shock. But because of awareness now, people are beginning not to apportion blame. At times they will say it's the mother, it's the sin of the mother, it's the father, it's that one. But now, because of awareness, people are beginning to come out of that stigma. So we need to embrace change. The next one is enhance problem solving skills.
Yeah.
Anything, anybody that can give you identify a problem that cannot give solution, we don't need to be around such people that they keep picking. Can't you see that your child? Can't you see that business? It will not work. If you No, we don't need such people if you want to bounce back. We need to surround ourselves with people that problem solving skills. We also need to enhance ourselves to always see solution from every problem within our vicinity. And another one is practice mindfulness and meditation.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we all pray, everyone is praying, but no one is meditating, no one is listening. What is the mind of God? Is some other religion, they have this thing called zozo, as in whereby you wait on the Lord. They say we wait on God's lap. You are not praying, but just be there to, as in, know the mind of God towards certain situation. We need to practice mindfulness and meditation. Then the last one, we need to reflect through journaling, because when we are in that trauma of coming out, most times we don't have enough words to explain our pain. But when we are writing it down, we'll be able to write more and we'll be able to hear more. I believe with this one, and to set that recovery, we need to acknowledge our feelings. We need to
Yeah.
have our gain perspective. What will this relationship profit me? What will I get from this situation? Then we need to forgive ourselves. Some people, with according to the example I cited before, is because you are this, that's why we have these special needs kids. Is because you are like this, that's no. Let us learn to forgive ourselves and learn from experiences. What we have, we shouldn't wait till we become a victim. Let's use other people that have gone through something to learn from their experiences and not to go that way if actually we want to bounce back.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you for teaching us that we shouldn't stay in the valley of lamentation and every other point you have made, told us to navigate. So to be able to cruise back to normal life, let me just summarize what she said. Said you need compassion, you need resiliency, you need an understanding community around you. And you have to understand, after identify, you have to understand what your part is to play. Then you have to be intentional to do the actual work, practice mindfulness. Then you do simple things like, okay, I'm ready. I need to move and make progress. Then that way you'll be able to achieve excellence. That's going back to the state you were before. You need a whole lot dose of enthusiasm and your confidence muscles. You have to keep working your confidence muscles. You have to be in good spirit. You have to push yourself to be in good spirit. Yes, she mentioned that don't be in a community that is not functional. Be in a functional community, and in a functional community, you are able to develop high spirit, good spirit, live in joy, breathing in joy, enjoying the moment, even when it feels tough. Is it hard? Is it tough to bounce back? Yes, it is. It is tough. So let me recap so that we can quickly wrap up to attend to other things. We want to make it short because we've not been here for a while. He said we should have the courage to stop crying because of what happened, whatever the situation. How long will you brood, as in keep thinking about the investment that you lost some money? It is bad, yes. Nobody is saying it's okay, but will you be in that state forever? Will you be, imagine you bought shares went down, or you lost the whole money? So because of it, will you stop investing? Will you be pointing fingers now and say, "Ah, what is this woman talking about?" You just have to have the courage to stop crying and start doing something about it. Start small. Start small. Bounce back. Have the courage. Come back. It is a significant happening. We acknowledge it. Immediately you can acknowledge it in your mind, in your heart, in your being, in as in mindfully acknowledging it by journaling, expressing your feeling, then you are ready to truly bounce back. So nobody is advising you to bypass it. Remember, if you sweep the situation, the bad experience under the carpet, is under that carpet waiting for you to still be swept away. So you just have to be deliberate, be intentional. So my sister, so just give us your rounding word so that we can wrap up this episode today. Recovery and
Okay.
bounce back after a significant happening.
Okay. I will just quickly use this story of this lady in my precious book, the story of Tama.
Yeah.
Tama lost everything. Face, wall, left, right, center. She became a widow at a tender age. They gave her the husband's brother. The husband's brother was meeting with her. He was pouring, wasting away the sperm. They even promised her, okay, go back to your father's house. We call you when the baby grow up. Imagine what an insult. At the end of the day, she was deceived. But because she is an intentional person, full of life and kind, because if she wasn't a kind person, even in that her tribulation, she wouldn't have been able to know what was going on in where she left. She wasn't there. She didn't know what the father-in-law, where the father-in-law was going. But because she was there, she had a good impact in that community. She was able to get the information because
Mhm.
where she moved to is far from that place. With that little piece of information she got, she was able to turn her destiny around and make way and bounce back to give birth to boys, not even one. She bet the two boys of that father-in-law that was there before. She gave birth to twins, Perez and the other one. What am I saying in a nutshell? If you want to bounce back, we don't, not every stone thrown at us we throw back. We pick all of them together and use it to do what? Build a bridge so that we can cross smoothly. But by the time we start throwing them, being bitchy, nasty, apportioning blame, accusing people, even when there is a little piece of information that will turn things around for us, nobody will be able to give it to us. So, in a nutshell, is trying to, I will just put it this way: no situation is permanent. Let us not give up. And for every situation that we are going through is building up for our better, greater being. If we are able to endure, if we are able to be consistent, if we are able to be deliberate and be close to God. E.g., we saw the story of Job also. Job bounced back again. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, in any situation that we are, there is always a way out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So please let us not relent. discourage, apportion blame,
Mhm.
play a victim spirit. They say, I don't know why they don't like me. I don't know why they don't like my children. No, that is just what? Victim spirit or critic spirit. Whosoever that want to bounce back, do not be distracted with side talk
Mhm.
or naysayers. It's just focus on one word. What? Bounce back, bounce back. Not only bounce back, to recover. Some will bounce back, but they
Mhm.
will not recover.
Yeah.
And if you want to recover, you still have to be in 100 folds. And God will help us in the name of Jesus. Stay
Amen.
blessed.
Thank
Shalom.
you. Thank you. Sir Winston Churchill said, success. Now I'm going to put where success is bounce back. Bounce back is the ability to go from one failure to another with no
Mm,
loss of
mm,
enthusiasm. So
mm,
for you to bounce back,
mm,
your level of enthusiasm has to be high.
mm.
Know that failure is part of our human existence.
Mm,
Thank you so
mm,
much for joining again today. We'll see you
mm,
yet again in another episode. Thank you, Pastor Bridget. We are grateful for joining us and for the insights you have given us today. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. So I say good night, everyone from Nigeria,
yes,
and
shalom.
good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are joining in from. Bye. See you again.
Yes. Okay.